Hey folks, this is JW, also known as Ronin785. So, I've kind of started and stopped this video a few times trying to collect my thoughts and really what I want to say and just put out there. You know, some big changes have happened in our country over the last week. And I just want to caution everybody, don't let your guard down. Just because Trump has won, and it sounds like we have the Senate and the House and all that stuff, don't let your guard down. Don't think that everything is just going to be easy and happy and, you know, rainbows and butterflies and all that stuff. So, something that I've really been working on this year has been planning and preparation. And there's more to being in the prepper community than just putting together bug out bags and stocking your pantry with extra food. Excuse me. Now, I saw the video that Mike Glover recently put out, and he was kind of showing off his food pantry and everything. And I 100% agree with him on that. And but folks, we got to go beyond just collecting items. Okay, there's a saying that we have in the community that I used to be a part of: fight like you train, train like you fight. So if you're not practicing, if you're not preparing, you're not training, then when bad things happen, you're not going to be prepared. Okay? Just joining AmCon isn't going to help you if you don't get active, you don't get vetted, you don't network with your fellow AmCon members. And that's a big, big issue with me that just rubs me the wrong way. And I'm not trying to step on toes, and I'm not being negative, but there are so many people that are members that are not communicating in any way, shape, or form. They're not responding to our emails. They're not responding to messaging on the platform. They're not responding to any posts that we post in our state groups and our regional groups. They're just lurkers. And I don't know if I have no idea what reason anyone would join AmCon and not want to get involved. Why would you want to join and spend your money and, take the time to come up with a really cool alias like Ronin785? You should have seen the one I had before that. It was really bad. But why do you want to be a part of this organization if you're not going to respond, if you're not going to get involved, if you're not going to be a part of the events and the things that we do? I understand that we can't be at every event. There was a camp out in the South region that I had to miss because of work. And man, I really, really, really did not want to miss that. We're having a camp out next weekend here in Kansas, up south of Topeka. And, everybody in AmCon's welcome to come out. Just let me know so we can kind of try to figure out, where we're going to put everybody. It's free camping. It's primitive. It's lakeside. There's no showers and stuff. So, it's not necessarily, an RV park, but it's definitely a good opportunity to build friendships, build relationships, network, share information, learn from each other. Like, the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. Well, that's what we need. We need that in our lives. There's so many people that join groups and they join prepper communities, and for whatever reasons, and you think that maybe just putting together some emergency supplies in a bag is good enough. Folks, I'm here to tell you that if you're not practicing, you're not training, you're not networking, you haven't been building the tribe, you haven't been, making plans and having contingency plans. I mean, who would ever think that we would need contingency plans as members of American Contingency? Well, folks, I'm here to tell you, we've got to network. I can't emphasize it enough. We have to network with each other. So if I send you a message, or anybody sends you a message, and you're a member, you're a paying member of AmCon, don't ignore them. Please respond. If you know that there are other members in your area and they're reaching out to say, hey, let's get together, let's do some training. Folks, if you're not training and you're just a couch potato member, I'm sorry, but you're not going to survive the apocalypse, whether it's zombies or not. I'm just kidding. But folks, if you're not prepared, and what I mean by prepared is more than just collecting extra toilet paper and supplies, but if you're not training and you're not working these things out ahead of time, you're going to be caught in a bad situation if things really do go bad. So there's some things that I want to suggest that you do. Yes, everybody talks about bug out bags, go bags, whatever. Bugging in, bugging out, all that. People talk about extra food, non-perishable stuff, canned food, and all that. Those are all important. Okay. You might have seen the recent video that I put out where I ate sardines, and that was the very first time in my life, excuse me, that I ate sardines. And it was raw, unedited. I was eating it on video, and I found out that I actually liked them. So, yeah, there's kind of a mental block there eating dead raw fish, but they're not raw. They're smoked or whatever they cook them. But, folks, we've got to get active. Okay, we've got to get active. You can't just sit there and just be an internet member and expect to gain anything if you're not tied in and plugged into the resources that we have collectively as American contingency. Folks, I'm not speaking for American contingencies. I'm not speaking for Mike Glover. I'm not speaking for any of the other leadership in American contingency. I'm not an official spokesman, okay? I'm just JW from Kansas who has some responsibility in Kansas. But folks, I'm just reaching out to you to really hope that you catch the message here. The message is that if you're just an internet member and you're not going to get involved, then you're missing out. You're missing out. And you don't have to be in leadership to get involved. You don't have to be a leader or an appointed position to contribute to the tribe, to the collective. Okay, we have lots of members, but we don't really have lots of workers. Okay, there's not very many people that are really out there putting forth any effort. There's far more inactive people than there are active. And that should not be that way. Okay, I know we all are busy and we all have lives. But here's the fact, and I'm just going to say it to you straightforward, truthfully. I didn't force you to join. Mike Glover didn't force you to join. Nobody in the organization forced you to join. You made that decision on your own, for whatever purpose or reason. You made the decision to join AmCon. That was you. So why not get involved? Let's get your vetting completed. Let's get some more chapters built up. Let's get people active and building a community near to them so we can help each other. So we can build lifelong relationships, friendships, and tribe. Build that community that we can help each other in times when it gets bad. And folks, whether the Republicans are in charge or the Democrats, bad things happen. COVID happened when Donald Trump was the president. If you don't believe in COVID, you're crazy. Okay? And I'm going to say it. My father-in-law passed away from COVID. One of my very close, long time friends, she died from COVID. Okay, so there's nothing that you can tell me to make me believe that it was all a hoax. It was all made up. Okay. Now, the effectiveness of vaccines is questionable. I got vaccinated because my job forced me to do it, and I still got COVID. So I guess I can't explain that. So, folks, this is not a video about COVID, whether it existed or not, or it was all some weird devised conspiracy. But the fact of the matter is, regardless of who's running the country, bad things still happen. We need each other. As AmCon members, we need each other. We need to pull it together, get active, and start working. Okay, we need more workers. We need more people. Kansas folks, I'm talking to you. Whether you're part of our Zellonet and you're active to whatever degree, or you just kind of show up whenever, folks, to all you members that are Kansas residents, I'm talking to you. We need you to get involved and get active. Missouri, same thing. You need to get active, get involved. Oklahoma, Texas. Well, Texas has got a lot of members because Texas is like probably the best state in the United States. But I'm in Kansas. Folks, we got to get involved. We have to start being doers and not just talkers about what we believe in. You can talk all day long, but if you're not going to put your talk into action, you're just blowing smoke. That's all you're doing. You're not accomplishing anything if you don't move from the thoughts and put it into actions. We need each other. We can't survive on our own. Donald Trump would not have been elected had it not been for all these people who decided to get off their couch and go out and vote. That's the only reason why he's going to be our next president, is because people got up and they actually did something. And thank God we did. Thank God that the true patriots of this nation got active and voted. Well, folks, in the same way, we need each other. I'm thinking within the last, 10, 15, 20 years, in the last, since the year 2000, there's been a lot of bad things that have happened in the United States. We had Katrina. We had the Joplin tornado, decimated Joplin. We had Greensburg, Kansas. And there's so many other places. We just had the hurricane out on the East Coast that killed over 100 people. Well, folks, it's safe to say we've all been close to natural disasters. We need each other. We need to help each other. We need to network. We need to pull it together. We need to share information. We need to train. We need to do some more stuff. One of the big things that I'm working on is medical training, and I'm doing a lot of wilderness, first responder, and first aid training and studies. I've got a background in emergency services and law enforcement, but I was also a first responder. So I'm not saying you got to go to EMT school, but man, there's some good training out there that will not only help you, but if you make yourself available, your skills and your talents and your resources can help other people. And so I'm going to end it with this, okay? And I'm going to step on some toes right now. So if you don't like me after this, I'm sorry. Come to the camp out. We'll talk it out. We'll drink some coffee. Hell, I'll drink a beer with you. And we'll work it out. But I'm going to step on some toes right now. If you join and you're not talking to anybody, you're not responding to anybody, you're not helping anybody, you're not networking, you're being selfish. You're not helping anybody but yourself. Folks, the true heart and the true spirit of being in AmCon is about helping other people. Okay? So I just have to apologize. So leadership, AmCon, Mike Glover, if any of you see this video and you think I'm being out of line, please let me know. But I'm just going to say it for what I truly believe it is. People that don't get active, people that don't respond, people that don't communicate or network, they're just there lurking. You're being selfish. We need you. You, every one of you are important. Every one of you has value. Every one of you can bring something to the table that we can help each other. And by plugging in, now you've opened the door for us to help you, other fellow members. We can help you now. But if you don't communicate, if you don't network with us, you don't respond to any of our attempts to contact you, we can't help you, and you can't help us. So again, I apologize for being overly blunt, but folks, we can't do this alone. The only way this whole thing is going to work is if we work together. Remember, the rope with many strands can pick up tons. A couple strands here or there can't do much. They're easily broken. We need each other. That's all. That's all I got to say. We'll see you.